Hi, my name is Claire. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I make weekly speed builds on The Sims 4, and for this apartment, I'm going to be doing a autumn/fall themed one bedroom, one bathroom apartment designed for 1 to 2 Sims in the world of San Myshuno that came with the City Living expansion pack. I'm also going to be using the Seasons pack and the Parenthood pack and the Everyday Clutter Kit. So there's a lot of packs, but I wasn't trying to go like pack crazy. If you have any ideas of like a pack restriction build you want to see me do, please leave it down in the comments. That's the best way to tell me what you want me to build, what you want to see from me. So we're just going to be working on entryway and then also working on a dining room area. And I wanted to have this apartment just kind of be cozy. It does have a party trait to it, and so I kind of interpreted that with a dinner parties. And so we're just going to be adding a table from the Seasons pack. I wanted this home to feel cozy, but kind of with a modern twist. So, like, the glass in the table is kind of modern, but like the dark wood on the table is more cozy. I am going to be adding this rug from the Parenthood pack, and this rug is also in the living room just to kind of have some cohesiveness. And now we're going to be adding some pumpkins in the corner just to bring a little bit more fall into the apartment, and going to be adding just a little bit of decoration into the kitchen. I try to like stick to one area and then move on, but with this small apartment, I kind of forgot about adding stuff onto the counters, and so that does get added on in a little bit more anyway. So we're just going to be adding some captain chairs onto the dining room table, and now we're working on the living space. So I'm using this picture frame TV with some pumpkins on it to match the pumpkins by the window. I'm going to be adding a chair or a love seat. It can be 4 Sims sitting in this living room at once. Not really important. And we're just going to be adding 2 different side tables in the city living pack. Your Sims can go to a flea market, and I wanted to kind of think about like these 2 different side tables coming from a flea market, and so that's why they're different. It also just kind of works on like spacing in this area to have like a smaller one and a bigger one, but I feel like for storytelling purposes, it's like they got them both at the flea market. So we're just going to be adding a little bit of clutter. It was kind of hard having this living room right next to the entryway because it's like, okay, what does that table work as? Does it work as like a drop some table, or does it work as a like table to like set a book down on? And so I do add a partition wall that also works as a coat rack from the Seasons pack, and I feel like this was a good solution just to kind of help separate the spaces but still have it be open and cohesive to one another. And now we're just going to be adding some little poof chairs. Your Sims can only sit on the big one, and since it can only sit on the big one, I decided to add a smaller white one on the smaller one to act kind of more as like a footstool, and your Sims can not move them around, but I was like intentionally adding them to like pretend you could move them around. So we're just going to be adding some fall leaf curtains onto the window, and I wanted to do a little layering technique, but it didn't work. It was clipping too much. So I decided to go for just a smaller curtain in this area, and I do move them towards the wall a little bit so the pair picture can be a little bit more present in the space. So now we're just going to be adding that partition wall slash coat hanging thing. And there's also a spot for boots, which I thought was kind of cute to have a little like boot shelf area. And I feel like this is just a good like multi-purpose area, and going to just now be adding some fall leaf decor from the season pack just to add some more like fall leaves so that the sim who is really into fall but somehow is living in the city can still see leaves falling out of their window. And now we are in the bathroom. So this bathroom was pretty simple. It's my favorite orientation or size of bathroom, which is a 2 by 3 room. And we're just going to be doing something I haven't done before, where it has like a little like private bath area. So I added some curtains and some shelves to make this feel like a private bathroom, and I really enjoyed doing this bathroom. It's something I've never done before, and so it was just kind of fun to try something new. All of the bathroom items, like the tub, sink, and toilet, are from the Seasons pack, so we are just going to be working on the orientation of the curtains, and I worked on this for a while. I didn't do too much editing on this video, but I did do a little bit of editing the video when it came to this part because there was just a lot of things to like organize and like make sure it wasn't like flipping into the wall or like the curtains weren't like overlapping. And so we're just going to be shrinking down these curtains, but I think I do raise them or like size them back to their normal size at the end of the video. If not, you'll see that during the screenshots. If you do want to play in this apartment, all the information will be down in the description. I built this in the same apartment as Penny Pizzazz, and the like official name of the apartment is in the left upper corner. I try to keep my apartment names the same as the original apartment just so it's easier to download and play in, because if I would call this like fall apartment 2025, then it would be like harder, like okay, wait, where do I place this apartment if I wanted to replace the apartment where it was built in. So we're just going to be working now in the bedroom slash office space. I didn't really account for having a office in the home. Like, I did know I wanted to have a computer space, but I was originally thinking that it would be in the main living space. But since this bedroom is on the larger side, I decided to make a little like office corner or a computer corner. And now we're just going to be adding some artwork into this bedroom, and I feel like this bedroom turned out pretty well. I feel like it's very cohesive to the rest of the space, where it's very open concept to one another. And now we're just going to be adding a rug underneath the bed to kind of warming up the space. There are hardwoods throughout the apartment, and so I wanted to kind of soften up the bed area, and it kind of helps separate the bed area from the computer corner. And I feel like it was like a good like separation of this area. So we're just going to be adding a desk from the Seasons pack, and the computer is from the city living pack, and I wanted this area to just kind of feel like a little cozy work from home space. And in an effort of trying to find like items for the desk, I was reminded of different items on the seasons pack for like a blanket basket that would be perfect for the living room, and so on and so forth. I felt like the kitchen was looking a little crowded in one corner, so I moved some items over to the other corner. So there is still one good prep area for your Sims to prepare the food. And now we're just making a little changing closet open area and going to be making sure nothing's like too tight. And now we're going to be adding some decorations onto the side tables of the bed. At first, I was just going to go for like lamps, but I thought that looked a little bit too plain, so I have a lamp on one, which is in the form of candle, and then I have a bookshelf on the other side table. And now we're just going to be kind of changing up the color of the bed, and we are getting close to the end of the video. This was a shorter video, so if you want to watch another one, I have like 5 years of videos of speed builds, so make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps my channel grow and get my videos out to more people. So I hope to see you all next week for another Sims 4 video. Bye!